The day is over now. The noise, the effort, the holding it all together. For a little while, you do not have to keep going. You are allowed to exhale and simply be here. Notice the quiet around you. Even if there are faint sounds in the distance compared to the day, this is softer, gentler, slower. Like the world has turned the volume down a little so your heart can rest. Feel the place where your body is supported. The bed, the couch, the soft surface beneath you. You do not have to hold yourself up right now. You are held. You can let more of your weight sink down. If it feels okay, allow your eyes to gently close or soften your gaze on one still point. No need to focus on anything. No need to watch for what might happen next. For these moments, you are off duty. Notice your breathing, just as it is. No need to change it or improve it. Simply feel the air moving in and feel the air moving out. A natural rhythm that has been with you all day. As you breathe in, you might sense a gentle lifting. As you breathe out, a slight dropping, a tiny release. In and out, in and out. Steady, quiet, enough. You have carried so much. Thoughts, feelings, worries, conversations, things you said, things you wish you had said, things you wish had never happened at all. They have all been sitting in your body, in your mind, in your chest. Right now, nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be fixed or sorted. You do not need to be strong or brave. You do not need to understand how you feel or explain any of it, even to yourself. This is a soft place to land, a small pocket of time where you can be exactly as you are. Tired, numb, tangled, overwhelmed, or simply worn out. However you arrive here is completely okay. Let that be true for a moment. That you do not have to be different to deserve rest. You do not have to earn this or prove that you have tried hard enough today. Being human is enough. Feel the gentle pull of gravity, the way your body is drawn downward. Your head, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your back, your hips, your legs, your feet. All of you slowly settling. Notice where your body touches the bed or couch, the back of your head resting, the weight of your shoulders sinking, your hips, your thighs, the backs of your legs, your heels or the tops of your feet. Imagine the surface beneath you widening out as if it can hold a little more of you with every breath, like a quiet, steady presence saying, I have you. You can rest here. If you notice tension anywhere, you do not have to force it to go away. Instead, simply notice it, like you would notice a tired friend sitting beside you. You can let it be there without trying to fix it. Maybe your jaw feels tight, maybe your chest feels heavy, or your stomach feels knotted. Maybe your hands are still holding on. Just quietly acknowledge that. Yes, this is how it feels right now. Then let your attention return to the feeling of being supported. The firm, gentle contact beneath you. The way you are cradled from below, held without asking, without effort. Slowly, bring your awareness back to your breath. Notice the coolness of the air as you breathe in, the slight warmth as you breathe out. Nothing to count or control, just a soft, natural flow. If your mind wanders, that is completely fine. It may return to the day, to difficult moments, harsh words, or aching memories. When that happens, you do not need to push them away. Simply notice that your thoughts have drifted and then guide your attention back to the feeling of your body resting. Here, it is safe to be tired, safe to be sensitive, safe to feel too much, or to feel nothing at all. All of it can be here, and still, you are allowed to soften. With each exhale, imagine just a tiny bit of strain leaving your body. Not all of it, not more than feels okay. just a small layer loosening, like unbuttoning a tight collar or taking off a heavy bag from your shoulders. You do not have to let go all at once. Rest can arrive in small pieces. A slightly deeper breath, a sigh that you did not realize you were holding, a small easing around your eyes. Notice any place in your body that feels even a little more comfortable, even a little softer than the rest. It might be your hands or your feet, or a small area in your chest or your belly. Let your attention rest there for a few breaths. Imagine that small area of ease as a warm, gentle light, or simply as a soft feeling spreading quietly. No rush, like water soaking slowly into dry ground. Little by little, it moves outward. You are not required to be positive right now. You are not required to be grateful or hopeful. If all you can be is tired and breathing, that is more than enough for this moment. Here, you are allowed to lay everything down. The roles you play, the face you show the world, the effort of holding yourself together when you are falling apart inside. All of that can rest on the bedside for a while. Feel the weight of the day loosening its grip, not disappearing, just loosening. You are here, in this quiet space where nothing urgent is being asked of you. Notice how the air around you feels. Maybe it is cool on your skin, or warm and still. Imagine the air itself has a calming presence, wrapping gently around you like a soft blanket. If emotions rise up, a sting of tears, a dull ache in the chest, you do not need to fight them or explain them. They can be here with you, held in the same gentle space as your breath. Allow yourself to be exactly as you are right now. Not the version you wish you could be, not the version others expect. Just this honest, tired, real you. This is who is allowed to rest. Feel again the steady support beneath you, firm, reliable, unchanging. You do not have to do anything to keep it there. It simply stays, holding your body so your mind can soften its grip. If you like, imagine the bed or couch beneath you as a quiet shore, and you are lying at the edge of a calm sea. With every breath out, a gentle wave washes through you, taking with it a little bit of tension, a little bit of noise. With every breath in, a soft tide returns, bringing just enough comfort to keep you here, breathing. Your shoulders may begin to sink more deeply, your arms a little heavier, your hands resting without needing to reach for anything, your legs relaxing into the surface below, like they are being quietly, kindly held. There is no schedule here, no deadline. Time can stretch out a little, giving you permission to slow down inside. Even if your thoughts still flicker and spin, your body can begin to trust this slower rhythm. Any thoughts that come can float by like clouds moving across a night sky. You do not have to chase them or push them away. You can simply notice and let them drift while your attention settles back into your breath, back into the feeling of being safely supported. Let your next few breaths be just a little deeper, if that feels okay. A slow, gentle in-breath, and an even slower, quieter out-breath. Almost like a soft sigh of relief, as if your whole body is saying, finally, a moment to rest. You are here now. You are safe enough for this moment. Held by the bed or couch beneath you, held by the quiet around you, held by your own steady breathing. Nothing else is needed. Nothing else is required. Just this softness, this slowing, this simple peace of being allowed to rest. Let yourself drift at your own pace. Thoughts ebbing and flowing, body sinking and settling, breath moving in gentle waves. And as you continue to lie here, supported, breathing, you can let the quiet deepen around you and within you. Softly, slowly, like a calm night unfolding one easy breath at a time, The day has been held for a long time, by your body, by your mind, by your heart. Here now, you do not have to keep holding it in the same way. Feel the place where you are resting. Notice how it supports you, how it takes your weight. See if you can let just a little more of your weight sink down. Nothing to brace for, nothing to prepare. Some parts of today may still feel close. Words that were said, things you wish you had done differently, moments that felt heavy or confusing or just too much. All of that is still buzzing a little in the background. And that is okay. Nothing is wrong with you for feeling that. You are not supposed to be calm already. Notice your breath without trying to change it. Its natural rise, its natural fall, like a small tide moving through you. As you breathe, begin to imagine that beside you. There is a gentle, glowing bowl. It might be on a small table near you, or resting on the floor within reach, or simply hanging in the soft air nearby. The light from this bowl is warm and calm, not bright, just enough to feel safe, steady, kind. This bowl is here to help hold your day. It is strong enough. It is soft enough. It does not judge or rush or push anything away. For a moment, picture yourself carrying a heavy bag, the kind you forget you are holding, until your shoulders ache and your hands feel tired. This bag is today, all the hours, all the conversations, all the small decisions, the tiny worries, the bigger ones too. Every emotion you did not have space to feel fully. Feel the weight of that bag in your awareness. You do not have to sort it out. Just sense how heavy it has become. Now imagine that you are setting this bag down beside you, right next to the glowing bowl. You bend a little. You lower it gently. And the moment it touches the ground, there is a quiet relief. Your shoulders drop a bit. Your jaw softens. Something inside you whispers, "Oh, I was carrying so much." Take a slow, easy breath in and let it flow out. The bag is on the ground now. You are not carrying it anymore. If your mind is busy, that is perfectly okay. Thoughts may still rush and swirl. They do not have to stop. They just do not need to stay inside you in the same way. Now, in your own time, open that bag in your imagination. You are not digging for anything. You are not solving anything. You are simply giving each part of your day a place to rest. Notice one small piece of today that is still clinging to you. Maybe a sentence someone said, a look on someone's face, an unfinished task, a feeling that kept coming back. Gently take that piece out of the bag and place it in the glowing bowl beside you. Watch how the bowl receives it without question. It does not react. It does not tighten. It simply holds. As it settles in the bowl, feel how your body responds. Maybe a tiny drop of ease in your chest. Maybe the space between your eyebrows softens. Maybe nothing noticeable yet, and that is fine too. Now another part of the day appears. Perhaps it is the moment you woke up feeling already tired, or a message you read that stirred something in you, or that quiet pressure you carry. To be okay for everyone else. Lift that from your mind gently, as if you are cupping it with both hands, and place it into the bowl. Notice how the bowl glows calmly around it. Everything inside is allowed to just be what it is. No need to understand it. No need to fix it before sleep. If your attention wanders away, if you start thinking about tomorrow or replaying something from hours ago, smile softly to yourself if you like. You have not done anything wrong. You are simply human and tired. With the next easy breath, come back to the feeling of that glowing bowl, right here, holding what you do not want to carry through the night. Now imagine that every thought from today, is like a tiny snowflake inside a quiet snow globe. At first, they whirl and spin and rush past each other, busy, crowded, hard to follow. See that snow globe resting near the bowl. You are not shaking it anymore. You are just watching. With each slow breath, the flakes begin to drift more gently, not stopping, just moving more softly, falling in their own time. A thought appears, maybe a worry about tomorrow. Notice it. Watch it float, light and small, inside the globe. And as you breathe out, see it drifting down, 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 until it settles at the bottom with all the others. Another memory appears, something embarrassing, or confusing, or painful. You do not need to push it away. Just notice that it has appeared in the snow globe. There it is, a flake among many. As you breathe, it too begins to drift, slower, quieter, coming to rest with the rest of the day. All the while, the glowing bowl is there, steady at your side, collecting the things that feel too heavy to keep inside your body and mind right now. A feeling of sadness arises, perhaps without words, maybe a loneliness, a sense of being overwhelmed. Let that feeling take a shape in your awareness, not a story, not a reason, just a shape. Then, very kindly place that shape into the bowl as well. Notice how the bowl does not shrink from it, how it does not say, "This is too much," or "You should not feel this." It simply holds, and you are allowed to rest. Take a slightly deeper breath in. Feel the air fill your chest, and exhale with a soft sense of release. You do not have to keep all of this inside your muscles, or fold it up in your thoughts. If something feels unfinished from today, let it be unfinished. You can gently set the unfinished pieces in the bowl. They will wait. They are not lost. They are simply not for right now. Notice again where your body touches the bed or chair, how steady that support is, how it does not ask you to be productive, or cheerful, or strong. You are allowed to pause completely, even if the day was messy, even if people still need things from you. For this moment, nothing more is required. The snow inside the globe is settling. Fewer flakes are falling now. More of them have found a quiet place to rest. The world inside that globe feels softer, more spacious, more still. In the same way, your thoughts may still appear, but they do not need to rush. Each one can float gently down to the bottom of your awareness, joining the soft layer of everything that has already rested. Feel how much the bowl is holding for you now. So many pieces of the day, so many feelings and fragments and echoes, all safe, all contained. You do not have to remember every detail. You do not have to keep checking on them. You can trust that they are right there, in that gentle, glowing space beside you. If any last worry tries to cling to the edges of your mind, you might imagine lifting it with a small, tired smile and placing it on top of everything else in the bowl. Even if it does not feel ready to let go, you can set just part of it down. Even that is enough. Your breath continues slow and natural, in and out, like a soft tide along a quiet shore. Notice the tiny spaces of silence between one breath and the next, those little pauses where nothing needs to happen, where nothing is asked of you. Inside those pauses, you are simply here, not doing, not fixing, just existing. And that is more than enough. The day can rest now, held in the bowl, settled in the snow globe, no longer pressing against your heart. You have given your mind permission to pause, even if nothing is solved, even if every answer has not yet appeared. Feel how that permission lightens you, just a little, as if some small weight has slipped from your shoulders. You are allowed to rest. While the bowl keeps watch over the day, you are allowed to drift, while the thoughts grow quieter and softer. Nothing to hold together right now, nothing to carry alone. Only this gentle unwinding, this easing of the mind, this slow, kind settling into the quiet that is waiting for you here. The day is slowly loosening its grip now. Thoughts that have been circling and pressing in can begin to soften at the edges. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be fixed. This is a quiet time, just to feel a little more space inside. Notice the simple fact that you are breathing. Not trying to breathe in any special way, just noticing what is already happening gently on its own. Air moving in, air moving out. Sense the breath like a soft tide, a quiet wave washing onto the shore as you breathe in, and sliding back again as you breathe out. You do not need to control it. You are simply resting on the shore, watching the tide move. If it feels comfortable, allow your awareness to drift toward the center of your chest, to the place where the heart rests, not looking for anything in particular, just touching in with a kind, curious presence, as if you were visiting a small, tired friend. The heart may feel crowded tonight, full of old conversations, worries, memories, or small hurts that never had time to heal. It may feel dull and numb, or tight and buzzing. Whatever is here is allowed. Nothing is too much for this gentle night. With the next easy breath in, imagine that the air creates a little more room around the heart, as if the inside of your chest could softly widen. Breathing in, a touch more space. Breathing out, a quiet, slow release. See if you can sense the breath moving like a calm tide around that space. In, a slight rise, a gentle swelling of room. Out, a slow settling, as everything softens down. No rush, just this rhythm again and again holding you. If the breath feels shallow, that is perfectly fine. If it feels uneven or shaky, that is welcome too. Each breath is enough, exactly as it is. You are not doing this wrong. You are only keeping company with the life that is already here. Imagine your heart now as a small bird that has flown a very long way, wings a little worn, body a little frail from effort and weather. This bird is not weak. It is simply tired from carrying so much, for so long. With each soft inhale, picture yourself gathering gentle materials for a nest, warm threads of care, soft pieces of understanding, quiet feathers of kindness, and with each exhale those pieces settle into place around the little bird. In, gathering, out, wrapping and cushioning. In, more warmth, out. The nest grows deeper, safer, softer. The heartbird does not have to fly right now. It only has to rest. Let the breath do the holding. Feel how each inhale offers a little lift, a tender support from underneath. Feel how each exhale is like a long sigh of relief, letting the bird sink deeper into the nest, held from all sides, protected and unseen. Notice how the air moves around feelings that may still be here. Fear, sadness, frustration, or emptiness. Instead of pushing them away, imagine you are giving them more room. As if each feeling was sitting on its own cushion, with air and space around it. With the breath coming in, there is a gentle sense of opening. Feelings have space to breathe too. With the breath going out, edges grow softer, less sharp, less urgent. Everything inside is still here, but not pressed so tightly together, not crowding the heart quite as much. If thoughts appear, let them drift through this inner room like quiet visitors. They can come, they can sit for a moment, and then, with the next breath out, they are free to move on. You do not have to follow them anywhere tonight. Bring your attention again to that central place in the chest. Sense the small bird of your heart tucked into its nest. Feel the slow rise under it as you breathe in, and the easy settling as you breathe out. Over and over, like waves lapping gently on a safe shore. Notice any tiny changes in the feeling of space around your heart. Maybe a bit more ease, maybe only the faintest softening. Even the smallest shift matters. Even just noticing the tightness is a kind of care. Each breath is like opening a window in a crowded room. Fresh air glides in without effort. The room is still the same room, with the same furniture of your life, but it feels a little lighter when the air can move, when nothing inside has to hold itself so rigid and alone. Allow your shoulders to loosen if they wish. Allow the muscles around your ribs and back to know they are not on duty right now. They do not have to armor or brace. The nest you are building inside is doing the holding. Breathing in. Imagine a soft glow of warmth filling the room around your heart. Not bright, just a dim, gentle warmth, like the faint light before dawn. Breathing out, feel that warmth deepen, spreading slowly through your chest, your throat, your belly. In this warmth, the heartbird knows it is safe enough to close its eyes. It does not need to stay alert for every sound and every change. The world outside can wait. For now, it rests inside its nest of breath, wrapped and cradled. If any part of you worries that the space might vanish, reassure it softly. Space is not something you have to hold. It is something that opens by itself when you stop pressing so hard, when you let the breath move as it wants to move. Feel again the tide of air, coming in, washing gently through the chest, through the nest, around the small bird. Going out, carrying away a little of the day's weight each time. Not all at once, just a grain at a time, like sand sinking back into the sea. Notice how quiet things are becoming inside. Not empty, just quieter. Like a room where the conversation has slowly faded and only soft breathing remains. The heart does not need to speak here. It is understood without words. If emotions stir, they are cradled in this wider space. They are not problems to solve tonight. They are simply visitors resting on the shore of your breath. The tide moves in around them. The tide moves out again, calm and predictable. Trust the simple rhythm that is carrying you. In gentle fullness. Out, slow release. Every inhale giving the heart a little more room. Every exhale wrapping it in another layer of safety and quiet. Let your awareness grow softer now, less focused, more diffuse. As if you are lying back in a wide open field within yourself. The heart is nested at the center, sheltered and warm. Your breath is the night air above it, smooth and steady, passing over and through. Nothing is being asked of you. No decision, no effort. Only this. Stay close to the simple motion of breathing, or drift away from it, and know that both are fine. The heart is still held. As the body grows heavier and the mind grows dimmer, the tide of your breath continues its quiet work, washing in, washing out, making room, wrapping the tired bird of your heart in layer after layer of rest, until even the smallest ache can loosen its grip and sigh into stillness, settle a little more deeply into where you are now. Feel the quiet of this moment beginning to gather around you, like a soft twilight slowly filling the sky at the end of the day. Notice the way the body rests against the bed or the place beneath you, the gentle pressure, the simple weight of being held and supported. Nothing to do, nowhere else to be. Imagine the light around you growing softer, like the last glow of evening. Not bright, not dark. Just that tender in-between time when the day is sighing into night and everything begins to calm down. In this gentle twilight, picture a wide open sky above you. It stretches far in every direction, spacious and quiet. The colors are soft, perhaps a pale blue or a faint silver, slowly deepening into night. However it appears, let it feel safe and calm. For a moment, notice how thoughts might still be moving in the mind. Maybe they circle around the same worries. Maybe they replay old conversations or jump ahead to tomorrow. They can feel tangled, like threads in a knot. Now, very softly, begin to imagine each thought as a cloud in that twilight sky. Every idea, every memory, every worry, just a cloud passing through. You do not have to stop them. You do not have to follow them. They are simply shapes moving across the open space. See one thought appear as a small, slow-moving cloud. It has a shape, a texture, a feeling. You recognize it. You know what it is about. But instead of climbing up to meet it, you stay lying comfortably below, watching from a distance. Notice how this cloud drifts. It may move very slowly at first, almost not at all. And yet, with every breath, it shifts a little, changing shape, stretching out, fading at the edges. Another thought appears and becomes another cloud, maybe a tighter one, a little heavier, a bit darker. That is all right. Even this cloud is just passing through the same wide, patient sky. Feel how the body stays where it is, supported, safe, breath moving in and out at its own gentle rhythm. The thoughts high above, like clouds, do not need anything from you right now. When a thought feels strong or loud, simply notice its cloud. You might quietly think, thought. Nothing more, no story, no argument. Just a soft recognition that something has appeared in the sky of your mind. See what happens when you do not chase it or push it away. Allow it to hang there for a moment. Rest your attention on the feeling of being here in your body, breathing slowly. From this grounded place, the cloud begins to glide, almost by itself. If another thought rushes in right behind it, that is all right too. One more cloud, and then another. The sky can hold all of them without strain, without effort. There is always more space than clouds. Now, imagine a cool, gentle breeze beginning to move through this twilight sky. It is soft and kind, just strong enough to guide the clouds along. This breeze knows how to carry things without struggle. When a thought feels especially heavy, like a thick, looming cloud, notice it kindly. You do not have to fight it. You do not have to solve it. Simply see it. Name it softly in your mind if you wish, and then feel this breeze arrive. The breeze touches the heavy cloud. Very slowly, the edges loosen. The shape begins to stretch, to thin, to lighten. Bit by bit, the cloud is carried across the sky, floating away from where you rest below. If that heavy thought returns, it can become a cloud again. The breeze will meet it again, over and over if needed. There is no limit to the patience of the sky or the kindness of the wind. Notice how it feels in the body when you let the thoughts be up there and you remain down here. Shoulders a little softer, jaw at ease, forehead smooth. The breath perhaps a touch slower, a little deeper, without trying. From time to time, the mind may pull you up into a cloud, back into a story. You might suddenly find yourself in the middle of it, feeling the old weight. The moment you notice, that noticing is already a return to the ground. Gently, imagine yourself lying back down beneath the sky. Feel your body again, the contact with the bed, the softness of the covers, the gentle flow of the breath, and the cloud that pulled you in begins to drift away once more. Nothing is wrong when thoughts appear. They are natural, like weather. They form, they shift, they fade. You are learning, in this quiet time, to be the open sky, not the passing shapes within it. Let the pauses between your thoughts grow a little wider now. Imagine stretches of clear sky where no clouds pass for a moment, just soft color and open space. A peaceful emptiness that feels calm and safe. Then, as a cloud appears again, greet it with the same simple kindness. Here is a thought. You do not need to judge it or pick it apart. Just let it float, changing shape as the breeze carries it slowly across your inner horizon. Feel how distant these clouds are becoming. They are still visible, but far above you. Their stories sound faint, as if they belong to another time, another place. Down here where you rest, everything is quieter, slower, more still. Notice how some clouds are already so thin you can almost see through them. They no longer feel solid. They are just gentle shapes, soft outlines in the fading light. Soon they move right off the edge of the sky, leaving behind only the stillness of evening. The more you watch without grabbing, the lighter everything becomes. Old thoughts lose their sharp edges. New ones pass before they fully form. You remain here, breathing, wrapped in the safety of this widening calm. If any thought clings, let it cling. There is no need to force it away. Rest your attention instead on the steady rise and fall of your breath, the patient ground under you, the sense of being quietly held. While you rest here, the breeze above continues its gentle work. Even the clingiest clouds cannot stay forever. They slowly unravel, thread by thread, until they too are drawn into the soft movement of the sky. Notice now how vast the space within you feels, a little wider with every exhale, a little more open with every cloud that drifts by. The mind is learning how to spread out, like the twilight sky itself. There may still be a few clouds moving across this inner space, small ones, harmless shapes. They do not disturb the quiet. They simply glide along the distant horizon of your awareness. Feel how comforting it is to rest as the sky, steady, spacious, unafraid of whatever comes and goes. Thoughts rise, linger, and pass, while you remain here, safe and calm beneath them. Allow your breath to grow even softer now. Each exhale a gentle release, each inhale a quiet ease. Clouds moving slowly, almost lazily, far above, while the ground of your being settles more deeply into rest. The twilight within you deepens, turning toward night. The colors of the sky soften into darkness, peaceful and kind. Thoughts become faint, like distant shapes you no longer need to follow. What remains is this wide, open sense of space, a mind like a gentle night sky, holding everything and clinging to nothing. Any thought that appears now is just a soft cloud crossing the horizon of sleep, drifting farther and farther away, into quiet, into stillness, into the tender dark of deep rest. Night has settled softly over the water. The air is cool and gentle, carrying the faint scent of salt and driftwood. Above, the sky is a deep, quiet blue, and everything feels slower here, quieter here, as if the world has lowered its voice and is speaking in a whisper. You find yourself in a small harbor, tucked away from the open sea. Out beyond the sheltering arms of stone and sand, the waves still move with their own wild rhythm. But inside this harbour, the water is calm and steady, barely stirring, like a long, deep breath that never quite ends. A small boat waits for you at the edge of a simple wooden dock. Its sides are worn smooth by time and tide, familiar and gentle to the touch. When you step into it in your mind, it rocks just a little, then settles, holding your weight with quiet acceptance. The rope that ties the boat to the dock is thick and sure. You are not drifting anywhere you do not wish to go. This little vessel rests in a sheltered curve of the harbour, cradled on every side, watched over by the stillness of the night. Lanterns glow along the shore, warm and soft against the darkness. Their light is not harsh or bright, just a slow, steady flicker of gold on the water. Each reflection stretches and loosens across the surface, then gathers itself again as the boat sways. You feel that gentle movement beneath you now. The boat rocks so slowly, so lightly, that your whole body begins to match its rhythm, rising a little, falling a little, like the easy motion of a tired chest breathing in and out after a long day. Farther away, at the mouth of the harbour, waves fold themselves into the sand. They do not crash here. They arrive in soft, distant murmurs, like someone humming from another room. That sound comes and goes in an easy pattern, here and then gone, here and then gone, until even your thoughts begin to follow its quiet rhythm. Here, in this safe harbour, nothing is rushing you. Nothing is pulling at you. You are not out in the storm now, not trying to steer through rough water, not trying to stay upright against a heavy wind. Here, you are already home for the night. Feel how the air rests around you. It does not demand anything. It simply holds you, cool and kind, wrapping itself around your shoulders like a light blanket. You are allowed to let your guard soften, allowed to feel exactly as tired as you really are. All the effort it took to reach this place can fall away. The strain you carried in your chest, the tightness in your throat, the feeling of being worn thin and exposed. They do not have to be explained here. They do not have to be fixed. They are simply understood, the way the harbour understands the tired boats that come in from the sea. Notice how the wood of the boat feels under you, steady and solid. It has weathered long days and rough water. It has creaked and groaned and been pushed by strong currents. Yet here it is, floating calmly, needing nothing more than this moment of rest. You are like this too. You have come through so much. So many inner storms, so many silent battles that no one else could fully see. Now you are here, in this gentle inlet of time, where nothing more is asked of you. The lantern light shivers softly as the boat moves. Each sway sends a slow shimmer across the surface, stretching the light into long, golden threads. You might imagine that each thread of light is a soft, wordless reassurance, reaching quietly toward you, then receding, then reaching again. Warmth lands in your chest, not all at once, but in small waves. At first, it might feel unfamiliar, as if your body is not yet sure it can trust the safety of this place. That is all right. There is no hurry. The harbour will be here as long as you need it. Listen again for the distant waves folding into the shore. Their sound is like a steady hand, smoothing the edges of your thoughts. Every time they arrive, something within you loosens. Every time they recede, something within you settles a little more deeply. The air moves softly over the surface of the water, making tiny ripples that never grow into anything more. Here, even the smallest disturbance is quiet, gentle, easy to bear. Your mind can copy this softness, allowing worry to ripple without turning into a storm, allowing feeling to move without sweeping you away. It is safe here to be honest with how drained you feel. Safe to admit that you are worn out in ways that words cannot fully touch. Safe to let your shoulders sag, your jaw unclench, your breath come out heavier and slower. This harbor does not ask you to be strong. It simply allows you to be. If any leftover thoughts still swirl around, imagine them as small pieces of driftwood floating near the boat. They are near, but they do not weigh you down. The water carries them, supports them, moves them gently aside. You do not need to pick them up. You do not need to sort them out tonight. The rope that holds the boat in place is like an anchor for your heart. It says quietly, you are held. You are not going to be pulled away. You can rest and the world will not fall apart without you. Feel how comforting it is to know that, for now, nothing is required. No decisions, no explanations, no effort to appear okay. Just the slow swaying of the boat, the soft glow of lanterns, the distant hush of the waves. Your breathing begins to move with the gentle rocking. As the boat lifts, your breath flows in. As the boat settles, your breath flows out, in and out, up and down, a slow, even tide moving through your body. With every exhale, imagine a little of the day leaving you. The exhaustion, the confusion, the tight, tangled feelings. They drift out over the side of the boat and sink quietly into the deep, dark water, where they dissolve into stillness. Nothing dramatic, nothing forced. Just a gradual softening, like the sky going from dusk into night. Inside this harbor, the outside world feels far away. Its noises muffled, its sharp edges blurred by distance and darkness. What once felt urgent now feels distant, like faint lights on the horizon that you can see, but do not need to move toward. Here, you are allowed to pause in a way that is complete. Not a brief break before the next demand, not a moment snatched between tasks, but a full, deep pause, the kind that reaches all the way down into the quiet parts of you. If emotions rise up, they are welcome too. They can sit beside you in the boat, silent and tired, without needing to explain themselves. This harbor can hold them. The water beneath you can hold them. You do not need to push anything away. The longer you rest here, the more natural it feels to let go. Your body grows heavier in the gentlest way, as if gravity itself has softened, asking nothing of you except to sink into support. Your thoughts grow slower, less interested in circling, more willing to float. The lantern light along the shore seems a little softer now. You know it is there even when you close your inner eyes. Warmth at the edge of the darkness. A quiet sign that you are not alone, even in this deep silence. The boat is still rocking, but so slowly now that you almost cannot feel it. It is more like a memory of motion, a suggestion of movement that encourages your body to loosen, your mind to drift, your heart to rest. In this safe harbor, it is enough just to exist, enough to breathe, enough to feel tired and be forgiven for it, completely and without question. You are anchored in calm, held by the quiet water, wrapped in the soft night air. Nothing presses in, nothing pulls you away. Stay here as long as you wish, in this sheltered place where the world is hushed, the water is kind, and you are gently, deeply allowed to rest. And rest, and rest. The day has asked a lot of you. Thoughts, feelings, small decisions, quiet battles no one else can see. For now, all of that can fade into the background. For now, this time belongs to your tired body. Notice the simple weight of yourself resting here, the way the surface beneath you rises up to hold you. Nothing is expected of you in this moment. You do not have to move or fix or try. Just being here is enough. Take a slow, easy breath in through your nose and a long, gentle breath out through your mouth. Again, breathing in without effort and drifting out just a little slower than before. Let the breath be soft, quiet, and natural. Now, in your own way, say thank you to your body. Not in words you have to speak out loud, just a soft feeling of gratitude. This body has carried you through another day. Even if it feels tired, heavy, or sore, it has stayed with you through everything. We will move through the body slowly, like a warm, calm wave of attention. Nothing to get right, nothing to force. If the mind drifts away, it can always gently come back to the place we are resting on. Begin at the very top of the head. Imagine a soft, warm light resting there, or a gentle flow of fine, warm sand slowly pouring down from above. It moves at a relaxed pace, just right for you. Where it touches, the body is invited to soften. Feel this warm light or soft sand brushing over the scalp, across the forehead. The skin here grows smooth and quiet. Any tiny lines of effort or worry melt away, like patterns in sand being smoothed by the tide. Let this warmth drift down behind the eyes. The muscles around the eyes unwind, like they are finally allowed to rest. The space between the brows loosens, spreading out with ease. The eyes can be heavy or gently closed, sinking deeper into calm. Now the warm flow reaches the cheeks, the nose, the lips. Soften the mouth. Let the lips be slightly loose, the tongue resting comfortably. Jaw unclenching, even just a little. If there has been tightness from holding back words or emotions, give the jaw permission to relax and be supported. Feel the gentle warmth sliding into the jaw joints in front of the ears. Imagine them loosening, like a door slowly opening to fresh air. The whole lower face becomes soft and quiet. Notice how it feels when you are not bracing here. The wave of ease travels down into the back of the head, the neck, the throat. This part of the body works all day to keep your head upright, to help you speak, swallow, breathe. Offer it some tenderness now. If the neck feels stiff, let that be okay. The warmth simply surrounds it, like a soft scarf that doesn't ask for anything back. As the warmth moves across the shoulders, linger here for a while. The shoulders know so much about what you have carried. Stress, responsibility, quiet burdens that rest here without being seen. Imagine the warm light, or that soft pouring sand, flowing over the tops of the shoulders, then around them, seeping into the muscle. With each gentle breath out, picture some of that weight easing away. Not everything, just a small part, enough for now. The shoulders grow heavier against the bed or chair, as if they are giving themselves over to gravity, trusting it to hold them. Now feel this slow, soothing current drifting down the arms. First the upper arms, letting them relax and sink. Then the elbows, softening any tightness there. Warmth slides into the forearms, the wrists, and all the way into the hands. Notice your hands. They hold, type, touch, carry, reach. Let each finger become heavy and relaxed, as if tiny doors are opening in each finger, letting tension quietly flow out. Your hands do not have to do anything now. They can simply rest. Bring awareness back up to the base of the throat and then to the chest. The warm light reaches the collarbones, the front of the chest, the upper back. This is where the heart is, still beating, still working, even when you feel worn out. Offer this whole area a feeling of kindness. Feel the chest gently rising and falling with the breath. No need to deepen it unless it feels natural. Just let the body breathe itself. Imagine the warm sand or light filling the ribs, between each rib, around the lungs, around the heart. With every exhale, something softens a little more. If there is any heaviness in the chest from the day, any tightness from emotions held inside, let it be held in this kindness. You do not have to push it away. You also do not have to hold it so tightly. For these moments, allow the chest to widen, to open just enough to let some of that heaviness diffuse into the surrounding warmth. Now bring this soothing attention to the middle of the body, the stomach and the belly. This place often responds to stress, clenching and twisting in quiet ways. Place your awareness here gently, like a hand resting on soft fabric. No judgment, only care. Imagine the warm flow slowly moving into the belly. With each breath out, the muscles of the abdomen loosen. The organs, always working for you, can soften into the support beneath them. If the belly has been held in or tightened, let it expand naturally now, round and unguarded, safe to be exactly as it is. Feel the warmth spreading around the waist, the lower back, the sides of the body. The lower back may hold fatigue from standing, sitting, bending through the day. Visualize the warm light sinking into the muscles around the spine, dissolving knots of tightness like sugar melting in warm water. The back becomes heavier, more settled, more at peace with being still. As the wave of ease moves down into the hips, pause again. The hips carry the weight of your whole upper body. They move you through the world, step after step. Imagine the soft sand pooling in the spaces of the hip joints, filling them with comfort and ease. Let the hips spread and sink a bit more deeply into the bed or cushion, supported from all sides. Now the warmth drifts down into the thighs, front and back, all the big muscles that work to keep you moving today. Allow them to soften, like fabric loosening, like snow slowly settling on the ground. The thighs grow heavier, more relaxed, effortlessly supported. The soothing flow continues to the knees. These joints bend for you all day, catching your weight again and again. Wrap them in gentle attention. Imagine warmth circling the knees, inside and out, letting them rest, letting them be still. Moving down into the calves and shins, notice any remaining tension. Perhaps a slight ache or a buzzing from standing or walking. Envision the warm light flowing through the calves, washing around the bones, sinking into the muscles. Everything here grows quiet and steady. Now the ankles, carrying the full weight of your body, helping you balance. Soften around them. Let them feel wide, comfortable, and held. Then the feet, which have touched the ground for you all day. Bring your full attention to your feet. Heels, arches, the balls of the feet, and each toe. Imagine the very last of the warm sand or light slowly pooling in the soles of the feet, filling them with a sense of deep, grounding ease. As if all the tension of the day is gently flowing out through the tips of the toes, leaving only softness behind. From the crown of the head to the tips of the toes, the whole body is now bathed in this gentle warmth. Notice the overall feeling, the pleasant heaviness, the sense that every part of you is being cradled, held, and allowed to release. If any areas still feel tight, that is completely okay. They are doing their best. You can silently thank them for all they have carried. Let them know they are safe to rest now, even if they unwind only a little at a time. Feel how the body and the bed meet. as if they are slowly molding to each other. Edges become softer. You are a little more at home inside yourself, a little more accepted, just as you are. The body is no longer something to push through, but a dear friend you are gently comforting. Stay with this sense of connection for a few quiet breaths, in and out, at your own unhurried pace. Each exhale a soft surrender, each inhale a quiet gift of nourishment. Now allow any words to fade. Let the warmth remain. Let the heaviness deepen. And let the tired body drift further into stillness, ready to sink into deep, healing rest. The night is quiet around you now, soft, unhurried. Feel how the air seems a little gentler here, how your breath moves in and out at its own slow pace. Nothing to rush, nothing to get right. All of you is welcome in this space, not just the calm parts, not just the pieces that feel put together. Every feeling that has followed you into the night can rest here too. Notice how your body is lying or sitting, just as it is. Maybe there is a little heaviness in your chest. Maybe a tightness in your throat. Maybe a dull tiredness behind your eyes. Whatever is here, it belongs. For a moment, imagine your inner world as a quiet, darkened room. The kind of room where the light is low and safe. In the middle of this room, there is a still pool of water. The surface is calm, like glass in the dim light. Now, picture your feelings as small, soft lights, little glowing orbs resting near this pool. Some are bright, some are dim, some you know very well. Some you might not have words for yet. One of these soft lights might be sadness. You do not have to push it away. You do not have to explain it. You can just notice it there, glowing gently near the water. If sadness is here with you tonight, it makes sense. You have been through so much. You have carried so many moments, so many expectations, so many quiet disappointments that maybe no one else saw. Let sadness be a small, slow light at the edge of the pool. Not too close, not too far. It does not need to be fixed. It does not need to be judged. It can simply be allowed. Feel your breath move in and then out, soft and steady, breathing beside this sad little light, as if you are sitting next to a tired friend. Another light might be frustration. Maybe it has felt hot or sharp inside you. Maybe it has made you feel guilty or wrong or too much. Here, frustration is just another glow, a slightly stronger color in the quiet room of your inner world. You do not have to be afraid of it. You do not have to apologize to it. If you feel frustrated, it makes sense to feel this way. When the heart is worn out, even small things can feel heavy. When you have tried so hard again and again, frustration can rise up like a wave. You are not wrong for feeling it. Imagine frustration as a glowing orb that gently drifts closer to the pool. It touches the cool surface of the water. And as it does, tiny ripples begin to move outward. Not crashing, not loud, just slow, widening circles that spread through the quiet pool. The feeling moves. It does not stay frozen forever. It rises, touches the surface of your awareness, and then slowly softens outward. You are allowed to watch it without needing to control it. There may also be loneliness, a soft pale light that has been hiding in the corners, not demanding attention, just there, waiting to be seen. If there is loneliness inside tonight, it makes sense too. Even surrounded by people, the heart can feel alone. Even when you appear strong, you can feel unseen. You are not broken for feeling this. Picture loneliness as a small, trembling glow. Maybe it feels fragile. Maybe it has felt shameful. Maybe you have told yourself you should not feel this way. Here, loneliness is allowed. You do not have to fix it. You do not have to cover it with a smile. You can simply notice it and breathe nearby, like you are wrapping it in a warm blanket. In this gentle room inside you, each feeling has a place. Sadness, frustration, loneliness, and so many others. Fear, disappointment, hopelessness, even numbness when you feel nothing at all. If numbness is here, that makes sense as well. Sometimes the heart protects itself by going quiet and distant. That does not mean you are empty. It means you have been trying very, very hard to cope. See if you can imagine every feeling, even the ones you cannot name, as these soft glowing orbs, each one slowly drifting toward the pool. One by one, they touch the water and send out gentle ripples. Nothing dramatic, nothing scary, just wave after small wave spreading into stillness. You do not have to pick one. You do not have to understand each glow. You do not need to know exactly what you feel for it to deserve kindness. Here, every feeling simply has permission to exist. Notice how it feels in your body when you give that permission. Maybe your shoulders soften a little. Maybe your jaw relaxes. Maybe your hands feel just a bit heavier and more at rest. You are not too emotional. You are not too sensitive. You are simply human, with a heart that has been asked to hold a lot. Of course it feels tired. Of course it needs gentleness. If there is a part of you that feels ashamed of your feelings, that part can have a light too. Let shame be another orb, even if it wants to hide. It can rest near the pool as well. You do not have to push it out of the room. Whisper inside yourself if you like. It makes sense to feel this way. Not as a slogan, not to convince yourself of anything, just as a simple truth. Given what you have lived, it makes sense. Notice any emotion that tenses up when it is seen. Notice any feeling that shrinks away, as if it expects to be scolded. Then, very softly, imagine wrapping that feeling in warmth, like placing a small blanket around its glow. Each time you acknowledge a feeling with kindness, it softens a little. It may not disappear. It does not need to. But its edges become less sharp. Its colors feel less threatening. Your breath continues to move in slow rhythm. In and out. In and out. Like gentle waves in that quiet pool. The pool of water inside you is strong enough to hold these ripples. Your awareness is wide enough to hold these orbs of light. You do not need to shrink yourself to make them fit. You do not need to push them under the surface. If a wave of feeling rises, notice that it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. It swells. It moves through. And then it eases, even if only a little. You are allowed to rest in the middle of the wave. You are allowed to feel without solving, to sense without explaining. Nothing within you is demanding a verdict right now. Nothing has to be labeled good or bad. Every emotion is simply a visitor, coming forward to be seen, then gently drifting back again. If tears are close, they are welcome too. If no tears come, that is also welcome. There is no right way to feel, no correct way to heal. In this quiet space, imagine gathering all your feelings together, all the tired ones, all the loud ones, all the very small, quiet ones that have been ignored. They are with you by the water, glowing softly in the dim room. You do not have to choose between them. You do not have to chase any away. You are simply sitting with them, the way you might sit by a fire at night. Breathe with them, in and out, as if you are saying, I see you. You make sense. You are allowed to be here. Notice how your chest feels when you say this inside yourself. Notice the way the body responds when it is no longer being argued with, when it is no longer being told to hurry up and be over it. Slowly, the glowing orbs begin to dim a little, not disappearing, just resting, each one wrapped in an invisible, warm blanket, each one held by the gentle rhythm of your breath. The pool is still here. The room is still safe. Your feelings are softer now, less like storms and more like quiet waves sliding to shore. You do not have to carry them all alone. You do not have to wrestle with them tonight. You can let them be here beside you as you drift toward rest. Breath moving in and out. Body growing heavier, quieter, calmer. Emotions settling, like snowflakes sinking slowly through water. Nothing to prove, nothing to fix. Just a soft, warm allowing deep inside your chest. Stay here as long as you wish. With the quiet pool, with the gentle lights, with the simple truth that whatever you feel, it is allowed to be here, and it is allowed to rest too. The day has been a lot to hold. Even if it looked quiet on the outside, inside, so much has been moving. Thoughts, feelings, small worries, old echoes, all of it resting somewhere in you, asking to be carried. Now the night is here. The edges of the day have softened. Nothing needs to be solved in this moment. Nothing needs to be fixed or figured out. Begin by noticing how your body is resting right now. Notice the gentle weight where you touch the bed. Notice how the air feels on your skin. Soft, still, quiet. Let your breathing be easy, not controlled, not forced. Just watching the natural rise and fall. Comfortable, unhurried, slow. As you rest here, bring a gentle curiosity to the places that feel heavy. Perhaps your shoulders feel tired from holding so much. Maybe your chest feels a little tight, or your back feels worn and dense. You do not need to change anything, just notice. See if you can sense the way the day has settled into your body. The things you thought about again and again. The emotions that felt too big or too tangled to understand. All the little moments when you had to keep going, even when you were tired. Imagine that this emotional weight has a subtle feeling in your body. A gentle pressure, or a quiet ache, or a sense of fullness. Not wrong, not bad. Just a sign that you have been carrying a lot. Now, in your mind's eye, picture something soft and welcoming beside you. A glowing basket, warm and gentle, like a comforting light in the dark. It feels safe, steady, and kind. It is here only to help you rest. This basket is strong enough to hold anything you place inside. It does not judge. It does not question. It simply receives with quiet acceptance. Bring your attention to your shoulders. Feel how they have tried all day to stay lifted, to keep going, to hold it all together. Maybe there is a sense of tight bands or invisible straps pulling upward. You do not have to pull them down. Just notice them. Now, gently imagine that some of that weight can be lifted from your shoulders. Only what is ready, only what is willing to loosen, even if it is a very small amount. You do not have to let go of everything tonight. Picture your hands in your mind, carefully taking a small invisible weight from each shoulder. You might see them or simply sense them. These weights may look like stones or soft bundles or just a shape of heaviness. Whatever feels natural is enough. With all the tenderness you would offer a tired friend, place these little weights into the soft, glowing basket. Feel how the basket accepts them so easily. No resistance, no effort, just a gentle, welcoming space. Notice your shoulders again. Perhaps they feel a touch lighter, or just a bit softer around the edges. Maybe the change is small, almost unnoticeable. That is perfectly okay. Now bring awareness to your chest, to the area around your heart, your ribs, your lungs. This part of you may have been holding emotions, hopes, fears, disappointments. It may feel full, tight, or simply tired. As you breathe in, feel the breath arrive in this space. As you breathe out, feel a softening, even if it is tiny. No forcing, no pushing. Just breathing and noticing. Imagine that within your chest, there are a few small weights of the day. The words that stayed with you. The feelings you did not have time to feel. The cares you promised yourself you would carry just a little longer. Now, very gently, imagine opening a quiet inner door in your chest. Only a little, only as much as feels safe. And from that opening, allow one small weight to flow into your waiting hands. You are not throwing it away. You are simply moving it somewhere softer. Cradle this weight with kindness. Acknowledge how long you have been holding it, how heavy it has been, even if no one else could see it. Then place it carefully into the glowing basket. Hear or sense how softly it settles inside. If there is another small weight that feels ready to move, you can let that one come forward too. No rushing, no pressure, just a gentle, slow offering. Whatever stays with you tonight is welcome to stay. Again, breathe into your chest. Notice if there is a fraction more space, a fraction more room for air to move in and out. A gentle easing, like loosening a tight collar or unhooking a strap. Now bring your attention to your back. This part of you has been quietly supporting everything, holding you upright, steady, present. It may feel like it has been leaning into a long, unseen load. Sense the line of your back from the base of your skull, through your shoulders, all the way down. Notice any spots that feel dense, tired, or compressed. Noticing is enough. You are simply listening to your body's story. Imagine that some of the burdens you have carried on your back can be shifted, just a little. Not all of them, just what is ready to be lighter tonight. Even if that is only one small piece of one small thing. In your mind, picture gathering those back of the heart weights, one at a time, as if you are unhooking invisible straps, as if your hands are gently sweeping them off your back, like dust from a coat worn too long. Each movement calm, slow, loving. Place these back weights one by one into the glowing basket. You might sense the basket becoming a little fuller, a little more radiant. Still, it feels light and effortless, as though it was meant for this. Nothing you place there is too much. Notice now how your shoulders, chest, and back feel together. Perhaps not completely light, but a bit less crowded, as if a grip has loosened, as if you can breathe a little more deeply into all of you. See the glowing basket resting nearby, holding what you have given it. Everything inside is safe, held, contained, watched over. You no longer have to hold these things alone, at least not for this night. Now imagine the basket beginning to rise, very slowly, as if lifted by a gentle, invisible current. Soft, easy, up into the night. Watch it float a little higher. Its light is calm, not bright, not harsh. More like a lantern drifting on a quiet breeze. Unhurried, peaceful. As it rises, notice how the space around you feels. As if there is more room inside your ribcage, more room in your mind, more room in your heart. Not empty in a lonely way. Empty like a room that has finally been cleared, ready for rest. The basket moves further away, becoming softer, smaller. What it holds is still yours, but you do not have to carry it in your body right now. It is resting outside of you, in a place of gentleness and care, safe to return to another time, or to keep floating farther, if that is what it needs. Feel into your body again, the gentle weight of you against the bed, the quiet rhythm of your breathing, the way the air moves in and out with a bit more ease. If there are still heavy places within you, that is all right. Not everything is ready to lift tonight. You are allowed to keep what you need to keep. You are also allowed to let even the smallest fragment become lighter. Know that you can imagine this basket whenever you wish. You can place only one thought, only one feeling, only one worry inside. Or you can simply rest, knowing it is nearby, glowing quietly for you, always patient, always kind. Let the sense of open space within you grow, breath by breath. A softer chest, looser shoulders, a back that feels a little more free. Rest in that space now, surrounded by the quiet of the night, held by the surface beneath you, breath moving slowly, gently. Nothing is being asked of you in this moment. You have done enough for today. What you carry has been honored, and some of it has been set down. There is more room now for calm, for warmth, for sleep. Stay with this feeling of lightness, however small. Let it spread slowly through you like a quiet wave, soothing the tired places, softening what was tight. And now simply drift in the stillness, breath easy, body supported, heart a little more spacious. As the night wraps gently around you, night has settled all around. The world is quieter now, softer, slower. Notice how the darkness is not empty, not against you, but around you, like a gentle room made of quiet. The edges of the day have blurred, and you are here, in this safe pocket of night, breathing. Let your eyes grow heavy, or closed, or simply relaxed. Nothing out there needs you right now. Nothing urgent is calling. The night is doing its quiet work on its own, and you are free to rest. Feel the air on your skin. It moves so slowly, almost still, like a warm, invisible embrace. With each breath in, the air meets you with softness. With each breath out, you sink a little more into the safety of this moment. If any part of you feels restless in the dark, simply notice that. You might sense a small ache of loneliness, or a mind that wants to keep turning. All of that is okay. You do not have to push it away. You can let it be here, while something deeper begins to hold you. Imagine the night itself as a vast, velvety sky, stretching endlessly above and around you. Not a cold space, but a thick, gentle darkness, like layers of soft fabric folding in, like a huge, quiet blanket wrapping you in calm. Feel how this darkness has no sharp edges. It is smooth and deep and forgiving. Thoughts can float through it and simply drift away. Worries do not have much to cling to here. They soften and lose their shape in this wide, dark sky. Underneath you, the bed rises up like a cloud. Notice how it gives beneath your weight and then holds. Every curve of your body is cradled. Your head, your shoulders, your back, your hips, your legs, all supported without asking anything in return. Let yourself feel the weight of your body being carried. You do not need to hold yourself up. You do not need to be strong or brave or bright. Right now, it is enough to be here, breathing, and letting the bed carry you like a soft, patient cloud. Sense where your body touches the mattress, the gentle pressure under your heels, the heaviness of your calves and thighs, the way your spine rests, each vertebra allowed to settle, your arms, your hands, perhaps lying by your sides, or wherever they are most at ease. Imagine tiny waves of softness rising up from the bed into your muscles, up through your feet, up through your legs, into the hips, into the lower back. Warm, quiet support soaking in. Nothing to do, only to be held. Now notice the darkness in the room. It wraps around your body like a slow, warm tide. It covers the corners, the objects, the spaces, so gently that everything begins to fade into one soft, dark hole. You are resting inside a cocoon of night. If a thought comes that says, "I am alone," let it pass like a small cloud across this wide sky. In this moment, you are deeply accompanied. The quiet itself is with you. The stillness is like a kind presence, sitting close, saying without words, "I am here." Feel how the night takes on a quiet personality. It is not demanding. It does not want anything from you. It offers only softness, only darkness, only space to rest, like someone who understands how tired you are and chooses only to stay close and silent. Let your breath match this calm. Slow in, soft out. The air moves like a slow tide, washing in, washing out. Each exhale lets your body drop a little deeper into the bed, into the cloud beneath you. Each inhale is like being gently gathered in by the night. All around, the world has gone softer. People are sleeping, lights are dimmed, sounds are distant and hushed. You are safely tucked inside this quiet. The night folds closer around you, like a blanket being drawn up over your shoulders. If the mind tries to return to the day, that is all right. Memories, conversations, worries, they may come. See them as faint shapes in the dark, far away. With each breath, they grow dimmer, like lanterns slowly going out one by one, leaving only the comfort of the dark. Notice how safe it feels to let things fade. You do not have to solve anything now. You do not have to remember every detail. You are allowed to forget for a while, to put everything down, and let the night carry it for you. Inside your chest, imagine a gentle loosening. The heart has worked so hard to carry your feelings, your hurts, your hopes. Now the night comes close and wraps softly around your heart, like warm hands cupping a fragile bird. You are held from the inside and from the outside at the same time. Let the darkness cushion your emotions. Whatever you felt today, whatever left you empty or overwhelmed, can rest here. You do not need to understand it. You do not need to fix it. You may simply let it float in this gentle, velvety space while you drift toward rest. Feel how the night surrounds your head. Thoughts grow quieter, like voices moving farther down a hallway. The muscles of your face soften. Your jaw loosens. Your tongue rests heavy and relaxed. Your forehead smooths as if a cool, dark cloth were laid across it. The quiet is like a soft whisper of care around your ears. No harsh sounds, no sharp demands, only the faint, friendly hum of the night. A soundless comfort that tells your whole system it is safe to let go. Notice how your breathing has settled into its own natural rhythm. You do not have to control it. The body knows how to rest. The night knows how to hold you. You are being breathed gently, like a small wave being carried by a vast, calm sea. Your arms grow heavier now. Your hands perhaps feel warm, or distant, or light. Your legs are heavy, anchored, yet somehow floating on this soft cloud. The center of your body rests, cradled in warmth, fully supported. Nothing is missing in this moment. You are wrapped in darkness, supported from below, softened from within. The past has stepped back. Tomorrow has not yet arrived. There is only this quiet night, keeping watch around you. If you like, you might quietly say inside, I am held. Allow those words to float through you, then dissolve into the dark. I am held. Not by a person, not by a task, but by this deep, gentle night that asks nothing and gives you space to rest. Let the edges of your awareness blur a little more. Thoughts become slower, farther apart. Between them, there is more and more empty space. But this emptiness is kind. It is like a wide, soft room where you can finally lie down and be still. The night is like a guardian standing at the door, keeping the world away for a while. Inside here, in this cocoon of dark and softness, you are safe. You are allowed to drift. You are allowed to sink. You are allowed to sleep, or simply rest, without effort. Feel the last bits of tension loosening in your shoulders, your back, your belly. Each breath out is a small release, a tiny surrender to the comfort beneath and around you. The bed rises up to meet you, holding every part of you equally, kindly. You do not have to hold yourself together right now. You can let your pieces rest, quietly side by side, in this warm pool of darkness. The night understands. The night will keep you. You may soften, you may blur, you may drift away on this quiet, protecting dark. And now, as you continue to breathe slowly, gently, allow yourself to be completely carried by the bed beneath you, by the air around you, by the deep velvety night that wraps itself around your tired body and your tender heart. Nothing more is needed, only this stillness, only this softness. You are safe, you are held, you are cradled by the night, and you can let yourself drift and drift into whatever deep rest wants to come. The night is quiet now. The edges of the day have grown soft and far away. Nothing needs to happen. Nothing needs to be fixed or solved. Just a gentle sense of sinking into this moment, like resting your weight on something that will hold you completely. Safe enough to loosen, little by little. Safe enough to drift. Imagine a calm, starlit lake. The surface is smooth and dark, almost like velvet. Above, a wide open sky sprinkled with soft, distant stars. Everything slow, everything unhurried. You are resting on the water, floating. The lake is warm and steady beneath you. It supports every part of you without effort. You do not have to try to float. The water knows how to hold you. Each breath is like a tiny ripple. In, a small, quiet rise. Out, a gentle, easy fall. The ripples spread, grow softer, and melt back into stillness. Thoughts may come and go, like little leaves drifting across the lake. They appear for a moment, then glide past. No need to pick them up. No need to understand them. They are free to drift away on their own. The stars above you are patient and calm, not demanding your attention, just shining softly, far in the distance. You might notice one for a moment, then forget, as your mind grows heavier and slower. All through your body, small places begin to let go. Around the eyes, a softening. Across the forehead, a smoothing out. The jaw loosens just a little more. The tongue rests heavy and quiet. Shoulders sink deeper into the surface beneath you, as if the lake were rising up in slow motion to meet them. Nothing to carry now, nothing to hold up. The arms rest in an easy position, hands open slightly, or stay just as they are, fingers no longer needing to grip or reach, simply resting, like driftwood rocked by gentle waves. Your chest moves in its own slow rhythm, breath entering, leaving without being pushed. You might notice the air is cooler on the way in, warmer on the way out. With each exhale, the body grows a little heavier. The mind grows a little lighter, as if the weight of the day is sliding out with the breath, down into the quiet, dark water where it can dissolve. If the mind wants to wander, that is perfectly fine. It can follow a star for a while. It can follow the gentle sound of an imagined current. It can drift away from the words whenever it wishes. Some sentences may blur at the edges now. You might only catch part of what is said, and that is more than enough. The rest can fade into the background like a soft, distant lullaby. The lake begins to move with a slow, warm current. Not fast, not strong, just enough to carry you without asking anything of you. You do not choose the direction. You do not need to. The current knows a peaceful path. It moves at the perfect, unhurried pace. You are cradled by the water, held, without question, exactly as you are. Tired or calm, quiet or still thinking a little. All of it is allowed to be here, gently rocked by the same soft motion. If an old feeling appears, it can rest too. If a worry floats up, it can be placed on a small, invisible boat. That little boat glides away, carried by the same slow current. Soon it is too far to see clearly, then gone. Your awareness moves in and out, like the tide. Sometimes closer to the sound of the voice, sometimes farther away, exploring its own quiet paths. Either way, you are being carried. The boundaries of the body begin to feel softer. The line between you and the water blurs, almost as if you are made of the same gentle substance. Calm, warm, unhurried. Breath and water seem to move together. In, a soft lifting. Out, a deeper sinking. Held in this rhythm that asks for nothing. You do not need to listen closely now. The words are only a background, like distant stars. They can grow dimmer whenever you wish. You can let them drift to the edges of your attention. If a thought asks, "What comes next?" it can be answered with, "Nothing important, only rest." The night can take care of the rest of the journey. You are already on your way. Feel how safe it is to pause, to not move toward anything at all. Just floating, suspended between water and sky. Time slowing down, stretching out, almost disappearing. The body knows how to heal in this quiet. Cells repairing, systems rebalancing, without effort. You do not direct it, you do not manage it. It happens in the background while you simply drift. Maybe you sense a gentle warmth around your heart. Not bright, not intense. Just a soft glow, like a lantern seen from far across the water. Steady, kind, asking nothing. This warmth spreads in its own way, down the center of the body, out toward the ribs, the back, the shoulders. A slow, soothing tide easing through tired places. You are allowed to be this relaxed. You are allowed to let the day fall completely away. The stories, the effort, the emotions, all set down for now. They can wait on the shore, far behind you. Out here, on this calm, starlit lake, there is only the gentle sound of breathing. Only the soft touch of water holding you up. Only the distant shimmer of stars, quiet and patient. Everything else can fade. If you lose track of the words, that is perfectly fine. If you drift into fragments of dreams, that is welcome. The voice can become softer and softer in the background, like someone humming from another room while you fall asleep. Each breath carries you a little farther along the warm current, farther from effort, farther from thinking, deeper into the simple feeling of being held. You may notice the spaces between thoughts growing wider, little gaps of nothing at all, just a feeling of floating in silence. Those gaps can join together, forming a wide, peaceful quiet. Here, at the edge of sleep, there is nothing to do. You do not have to stay awake to follow along. You do not have to finish anything. You can let go in the middle of a sentence, halfway through a breath. The water continues to rock you, even when you are no longer aware of it. The stars continue to shine, whether you see them or not. The night continues to hold you, gently and completely. Your only task is to rest. And now the voice can step farther away, softer and softer, and softer still. Just a faint murmur at the edge of your awareness, until even that is optional. What remains is the slow rise and fall of the breath, the sense of being carried by something kind and steady, the feeling of floating in warm, quiet darkness under a calm, starry sky, free to drift and drift and drift into deep, healing rest. The night is very quiet now, soft, unhurried. All the words that needed to be spoken have been spoken. All the feelings that were ready to be felt have been felt, just enough for tonight. What remains is only this gentle stillness. Notice how the air rests around you. Nothing is asking you to try. Nothing is asking you to solve or to fix. You are allowed to simply be as you are in this soft, dark space. If thoughts are still moving, that is all right. If the heart is still a little tender, that is all right too. You do not have to push anything away. You do not have to hold anything tightly. Everything in you can loosen a little more, like a hand that slowly opens after a long day of holding on, like shoulders that remember how to lower and rest, like eyes that grow heavier with no effort at all. However you are in this moment is completely okay. Awake, half asleep, drifting at the edges of dreams, or already far away on a gentle current of sleep. Nothing needs to change for you to deserve rest. Nothing needs to be fixed before you can be kind to yourself. You have done enough for this day. You have felt enough. You have carried enough. Let this be a soft good night to every part of you that has worked so hard, to the part that tried to stay strong, to the part that felt tired and overwhelmed, to the part that did not know what to do and kept going anyway. Each part of you is being quietly thanked now, not with big words, just with this simple permission to stop, to set everything down beside you for a while. Imagine all the weight you have been holding as small stones in your hands. Worries, memories, conversations that replay, things you wish had gone differently. See yourself placing those stones one by one on the ground beside you. They do not disappear. They are simply not in your hands right now. Your hands are empty, warm, and free to rest. The body knows what to do with this moment. It knows how to sink into comfort, how to follow the slow rhythm of breathing, how to drift without needing instructions. You are safe enough to soften, safe enough to feel a little lighter, safe enough to let the night hold what you cannot hold alone. If you notice any tightness, you might imagine your breath moving there like warm light, not pushing, not forcing, just a gentle warmth, like a blanket being drawn softly over that place. The mind may still whisper from time to time. That is okay. Thoughts can rise and fall like small waves on a quiet shore. They do not need to stop for you to rest. They can just grow slower and softer and farther away. You do not have to follow each thought. You can let them pass, the way you might watch clouds move across a dim evening sky. They appear, they change shape, they drift on. What stays is this calm undercurrent, this steady, quiet presence of your own being. Breath moving in, breath moving out, a simple rhythm carrying you gently. If emotions visit you as you lie here, they too are welcome to be quiet guests. They can sit beside you without needing to be explained. You do not have to understand everything tonight. You only have to allow your heart to rest exactly as it is. Feel how kind it is to stop asking yourself to do more. No more decisions tonight. No more questions you must answer. Only this small, tender pause. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are simply human, reaching the soft edge of a long day. And here, at this edge, there is room for you to lay everything down. If sleep comes quickly, you can let it wrap around you, gentle and deep. If sleep is slow, you are still resting. Every quiet moment like this is a gift to your body, to your mind, to your heart. You are allowed to just lie here breathing without needing anything more. The night understands tired hearts. It understands minds that have been too busy, feelings that have been too loud. It moves slowly on purpose, so there is space for you to exhale, to release what you can, and to let the rest simply be. Imagine the darkness around you as soft, not empty. A calm, velvety space that holds you gently. You are not lost in it. You are cradled by it, held the way the horizon holds the last light of day. Nothing is being asked of you now. No one needs you to be anything other than what you are in this exact second. Tired, peaceful, scattered, calm. All of it is allowed to exist here without judgment. You have come far enough for tonight. Everything else can wait for another time. You can meet tomorrow when it arrives, with whatever strength is there. For now, you are allowed to have no plans, no roles, no tasks. If it feels right, you might whisper a quiet good night inside yourself. A good night to your thoughts, a good night to your body, a good night to each feeling that has walked with you through this day. They can all lie down now. They can all become softer around the edges. Nothing needs to stay sharp. Nothing needs to stand guard. You are surrounded by quiet, wrapped in it, like a soft, warm cocoon, held in a stillness that asks for nothing and gives you space to simply rest. In this quiet, you are gently wished ease, the easing of the breath, the easing of the heart, the easing of all the tight, tangled places inside. May you feel, even if only a little, that you are cared for, that you are allowed to pause, that you are enough exactly as you are in this soft moment of night. If you are still awake, that is all right. Just keep resting here, without effort. Let your awareness float, light and loose, as if it were lying back on a calm, dark sea. Nothing to swim toward, nowhere you must go. If you are already drifting, you do not need to listen closely anymore. The words can fade into the background, like a distant, soothing murmur. Your body and your breath will carry you the rest of the way. The night will stay with you. Your breath will stay with you. This gentle promise of rest will stay with you. So now, quietly, in your own way, you can say goodnight to this day. Good night to all that has happened. Good night to all that did not. Good night to every part of you that longs for peace. Let the last of the effort melt away. Let the thoughts grow softer, like voices down a long hallway. Let the darkness become just a warm, quiet room around you. Nothing more needs to be said. Nothing more needs to be done. Just this soft breathing, this gentle stillness, this quiet good night, as you rest and drift and slowly, peacefully fade into sleep.